This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Phil from Mediocre.com. So we're going to take a look at the Moto X Pure Edition or Moto X style, depending on your region. It's also a third generation of the Moto X series. We've first seen the first generation, second generation, and now here we are with this third generation from 2015. They got slightly bigger by the generations have evolved, and now we are seeing a 5.7 inches of a display. It is still highly customizable like the previous generations of the Moto X's were, but also has a boosted of battery capacity and a whole lot more powerful processor built in. So we have prepared the 5 things that we like and 5 things that we hate. Alright, let's start with the 5 things that we like. The first thing that I like is a great speaker. It's got a pair of stereo speakers and they produce an amazing sound. They're really good. The second thing is the quick charge capability. Now, quick charge isn't exactly a surprise in 2016, but it charges really fast. It only takes an hour and a half at most to fill up from 0 to 100% for the massive battery that it has. And the third one up is a front LED flash. Right next to the front-facing camera, you see a little LED flashlight, so you can take your selfie even in the darker areas. And the next is a trademark Motorola call quality. The Moto X Pure Edition also has a super call quality, so you'll be able to hear your phone calls crisp. And we have to mention the Pure software. It's running Android Marshmallow by right now, and it almost has no modifications at all, so you can enjoy the fluid, fast user interface brought by the Pure Android Marshmallow. There are only a few modifications that Motorola have brought. You can bring the Moto display by either having your hands waving over it or by picking up the device. And it's going to tell you the time and notification if you have any, and you can simply scroll down to unlock the screen. That allows me to unlock the phone without even pressing the button. Those are all the cool things about the Moto X style. Now, to the things that we hate. To start with, it's got a too sharp of an edge. Even compared to the Moto X Play or Motorola Droid Max 2, it has too sharp of an edge that your grip isn't exactly comfortable. While I really like the curved back that gives a perfect grip, the edges are a little bit too stiff. And while it's got a great pair of speakers, its earphone output isn't exactly the best. It's often too mumbly and the clarity just isn't on par with the other competition. And the camera also has its flaws as well. While they bumped up the quality of the photos a lot comparing to the older generation Motorola's, the low lighting photo qualities are still not that great. They often miss the colors, they're washed out, and they lose focus way too often than they should. And while touting a Snapdragon 808 processor, it also has a subtle heat on the back. I didn't run this guy too intense, but still, I was able to feel the heat on the back. Next up on the bad list is a terrible battery. While it has a 3000 milliamps of battery and it does charge really quickly, it was able to give me only about 3 hours to 3.5 hours of a screen on time. Motorola phones have always suffered for their lack of battery capacity, and this is no exception. With the QHD display and Snapdragon 808, 3000 milliamps of battery gets washed out really fast. And last but not least, the software patches are not up to date. Yes, it is running Android Marshmallow, and yes, they're quite quick on bringing the Marshmallow updates, but the Android security patch level still is retaining at February. We are reviewing this device as of June 3rd, and there is already June patches out there with the other manufacturers. This leaves phone vulnerable to the security flaws, and we hope Motorola to bring out the security patches sooner than later. So that was Moto X Pure Edition, guys. There are a lot to love around here, and also there was a lot to hate. And bottom line, would I recommend this? Not so much, especially in year 2016, you deserve a better battery and a better camera. The pricing as of June 2016 is definitely attractive at $299, but even with that, there are better phones. Thank you always for watching. You can meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be my last Moto X. Thank you always for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Ciao!